So today I want to walk through some more stuff on the wing. And so I wanted to walk through some of the effects. I'm just going to kind of show you some of them, of all the ones that are in there. And then maybe I'll do a video kind of walking through some of the effects. I'm not going to really play with them right now as much as show you them. So as I had mentioned, I think if you watched the first video, there's a lot of processing built into this board. So if we take a look at every channel, so every channel we have a gate, a compressor, an EQ, and we have inserts. I do believe two inserts. Yeah, two inserts if I remember right. And so every gate, you get to choose what gate you want. So if we go to gate, so here's the standard one. We drop down here and we've got a standard ducker as well as a standard gate expander. But then we have a whole bunch of models. So basically hardware emulations of analog gear built in as kind of like plugins. But every channel has this. So we have this Soul 9000 gate. Wonder what that's based upon. And we have, I'll go through each one. Even 88 gate. So if you're kind of figuring out what that one's based on. And then we have the Draw More 241. Classic, that's a classic gate. We have the BDX de-esser, and we have the 1176 limiter and LA2A, LA leveler. Now these are under gates, they're also available under compressors. We have the source extractor, and we also have Wave Designer, which is more of like a transient designer. Auto Rider, so kind of like a Waves vocal rider, instrument rider. Soul Warmth Pre, so you can kind of see what that looks like. So these are all under gate. Now, of course, not all of those are gates. And then we have this Dynamic Equalizer. All right, so all of those are available under the gate module. Okay, every one of those, pretty amazing. Then we go to EQ. So here's the standard wing EQ, which you have, you have your 4 bands and your high and low shelf. You can adjust whatever you want on that. And then we go in there and we have the Soul analog. Kind of looks like an S and maybe an L in there. And so we've got that one. We've got the Even, again, 88 EQ. We've got the Even 84 EQ. The Fortissimo 110. Kind of looks like somebody's focusing on that one. And we have the Pulsar. It looks very vintage. And we have the Mach EQ4. So again, all of these are available for every channel. Each one has a little different characteristic. And like I say, I'll go through a video. I think I'll do a video on each one of them where we can go through all the different gates, all the different compressors, all the different EQs, and kind of listen to what they do and what they don't do. All right, so that's all of our EQ options. Then we have the compressor section. So again, we have the wing compressor, and we have the wing expander. Then we have a whole bunch of other ones. BDX, what could that be? And we have the BDX 560 Easy, another classic. Draw More. And we have the red compressor. Again, some focusing going on there. And we have the Soul 9000 again here. We have the Soul Bus Comp. All right. We have the Even Comp limiter. We have the Eternal Bliss. Looks interesting. We have the 1176, the 76. We have the LA leveler. The Fair Kid. That one's funny. The Fair Kid. The No Stressor. Kind of looks like something distressing, doesn't it? And then we have the Pia 2250. I haven't played with these ones yet, but you can kind of see what that's based on. They added a whole series of these Pia AIs and Ps, APs and Is things. The LTA 100 leveler, the Wave Designer, which we saw that before under the other, and then auto rider. That's in this section as well. So if you're getting the gist of what I'm saying here, there is a ton of processing in this board. And again, that's 48 channels of that. Every single compressor, everything that you've just seen in those categories is available on every single channel of the board, plus the buses. Crazy. Then we go to inserts. And so we have insert effects. And so you have a whole series of insert effects. If we go over here to our insert effects, and we got to select one. Whoops. Yes, I would like to do that. And so then we look at the list. And so we have, here's effects 1 through 8. So we've got our reverbs, hall reverb, room reverb, chamber reverb, plate, concert, ambiance. We have the VSS3 reverb, vintage room, vintage reverb, vintage plate, blue plate, gated reverb, reverse reverb, delay reverb, shimmer reverb, spring reverb, dimension, CRS, chorus, stereo flanger, stereo delay, ultra tap delay, tape delay, oil can delay, BBD delay, stereo pitch, and dual pitch. So this is all of those effects sends. So your reverb delays. Then we have the standard effects. So we have graphic EQ. I'll go through these. So standard 31 band graphic EQ. We've got, go back here the right way. We've got PIA EQ, back to this A's and I's and P's. They didn't even try to make that one look different. Sorry, I keep going to the wrong button. Speaker manager. That one's interesting. I haven't used this one yet. There's a bunch of these I haven't used yet, I'll be quite honest. Triple DEQ. So this is a dynamic equalizer, which there's several of those. Combinator. That looks familiar to a C something, a Waves plugin. Multi-band compressor, basically. Precision limiter. Then you've got a 2-band de-esser, so a dual de-esser. You can put that like on a bus. Enhancer, ultra enhancer. Exciter, so an Aphex type exciter. Psycho bass, which I haven't played with that one. A lot of these I have not played with yet. There's so many. Sub-octaver, so it's basically an octave pedal that you can add onto something. Sub-monster, so another low-end extension device that you can add to it. Velvet Imager, so this is a phase plugin. Vocal Doubler, which I haven't played with this one yet. And here's a couple really amazing. So this is pitch correction. So you have built-in pitch correction that you can insert on channels. Crazy. You can insert it on a bus. You can insert it on individual people. So you've got its basic chromatic pitch correction. You've got speed, amount, and then what pitch. And you can do, in fact, I was playing with it earlier, you can go 100% speed to 100% amount, and you can get like an auto-tune effect thing happening. I found that 50-50 kind of works, kind of like if you're using auto-tune live, it's the same idea, where you want to keep it pretty consistent, just kind of tighten things up a little bit. Rotary speaker, phaser, tremolo panner, tape machine, so full-on tape plug-in. Haven't used this yet. I'd be curious to hear what it sounds like. Gosh, in live applications, I'm not sure how much it would do, but you know, lots of guys are using this stuff and Wave stuff live. A mood filter. I love the names. Body res. So this comes from TC Electronic. If you're familiar with the body res pedal, so Midas, Behringer, Music Tribe, they own TC as well. So this has the TC. This is body res. I mean, it's not like a model of it. It's the actual one. Rack amp. So here's basically a pedal amplifier that you can run through. You got a music hall, UK rock guitar amp. So basically a Marshall. Angel amp. they're kind of funny. And Jazz Clean amp. It looks like it could be Roland-like. And Deluxe amp, which looks like it could have some Fender implications. So those are all of our inserts. And then they actually have some channel effects. So you've got a full channel strip. You've got the EQ, the even 88 EQ. We've got the Fortissimo, we saw that one already, the Pulsar, the Mach 4. Then we have an even channel. So you have gate, EQ, dynamics, all built into one unit. Again, these are effects that you can insert on any channel that you want. And again, each of these that we're looking at, you have each of those on every channel anyway. They're all available on each channel. And so there's 4 of those. Here's a bus channel. So you've got a bus soul warmth, so SSL style warmth, EQ, and dynamics, so like a bus compressor. Great for like drum bus, something like that. Anyway, that's the idea. All right. So my point being is there's a ton of processing in this unit, a ton of processing. And again, for the money, I think it is just a heck of a value. All you get inside of this, you can use all that stuff live. It's great when you take tracks, you bring those tracks back out, you can mix on the board. Very cool. And you can apply that processing. So in the next video, I'll walk through some of those. Maybe I'll do one for each category. So we'll go through a bunch of the gates, we'll go through a bunch of the EQs, we'll go through a bunch of the compressors, and then take a look at some of the insert effects as well. So, all right. So anyway, that's the wing and processing overview. Thanks so much for watching.